Hello. I can't see you. Where are you? Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I can see you.
Yeah.
Can you
Let's see.
lift your laptop a little bit? Like I have books under mine. It's still not high enough.
Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna shift and go get a couple books.
Perfect.
I will be back.
Awesome. I will be here.
Hopefully I won't knock the laptop off.
No, don't do that.
No, we don't want to do that. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do this and not drop anything. So I'm shifting here. Okay, let's see if I can actually make this work.
I have the water lilies. I have the water lilies in my bedroom.
Do you really?
I do.
Okay, no, wait, is this too high? Wait.
You want it to be, okay, now you want to have your laptop folded. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, like it's a picture frame around your pretty face.
Yeah. And I think that's the water lilies is actually my mother's. It was my mother's.
It's really,
yeah,
the colors, those are my colors. So I I have Portofino behind me here, so
Okay.
that's Italy. Okay, so I'm going to start with an introduction of me, and then I'll do an introduction of you. And then I'm just going to ask you a little bit about what the Strengths Finder tool meant for you, like what you learned and what you have put into place. And
Okay.
and then if there's anything else you want to say, I might also ask, like if somebody was on the fence and thinking about taking it, why would you suggest they take it? You know, if they're either looking for a job or in between jobs or so.
Okay.
All right. I am going to turn up my volume. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm going to switch it to be side by side. There we go. Hi, I am Deborah LeeAnn, and I'm here with you today to talk with another one of my clients who has taken the Strengths Finder. And she also took the Shine Vision workshop too, right, Terry?
Yes.
Yes. And so this is Terry Patton, and I'm going to let her do a brief introduction of who she is and what she's up to in the world. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what it means to shine with strengths. So, Terry, what's going on with you these days?
I am a HR professional for about 20 years in the nonprofit arena. And currently, I am looking for a new opportunity using my HR skills, but doing a little bit more in the community and using my gifts that I've uncovered thanks to Deborah and the Shine, and being in an environment where I really do get to be who I am and I don't shrink back. And I can stand tall and knowing and having the confidence in who I am, that I actually have a lot to offer another organization.
Yes, you do. And somebody is going to be so happy to have you at their strategic leadership table. So
Thank you.
You're welcome. I wanted to ask you about when you took the strengths class with me. It's been last summer, 6 months more?
Oh, a little bit longer than I think.
Okay. I mean, I know you did the leadership circle too. So, but yeah, so whenever, was it close to a year ago that you did the strengths with me?
Maybe.
So I wanted to ask you, in terms of the impact of learning that information, what did leading with strengths teach you about yourself and about your unique way of leading?
One of the things I found that was really fascinating was my opinion of how I projected to others was not what I anticipated. I thought I was a lot stronger, and other people didn't feel that I was as strong in some of my leadership opportunities. Which was very enlightening, because we think we're doing such great jobs, and sometimes we're not coming across as we expected to and really anticipate. So I learned that even though I thought I was a leader, and people thought I was a leader as well, but not as strong in some areas as in others. I'm more of a people person.
Right.
People didn't necessarily see me as a strategic thinker.
And when you went through the workshop, did you learn different ways of bringing that forward, or how to amplify that strength within you?
One of the things I learned was the way I communicated, and really being bold and not realizing that I had to shrink back for fear of what other people in the room might think, or the position that I had may not have been on the same level.
So you were shrinking back, thinking, and here you were thinking you were being so upfront and out there, and meanwhile you were getting feedback that you were not as, is that what you're saying?
Not.
Yeah.
Yes. And one of the things that I shifted was knowing that I have the knowledge and the ability, and voicing it, and not being afraid to voice, who I was, in guiding and leading, doing executive meetings, and understanding that it's okay if others didn't agree with me, but it was time for me to speak up.
Yes.
and be more
Yes.
vocal.
And we are taught, aren't we, from really little that girls are to be quiet and nice and don't rock the boat. And
Right.
so we think we're being really loud when we're probably not even, still not being heard, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And that was the
Yeah.
big thing. And I thought about, like you said, the way I was brought up was be quiet, be respectful, and depending on somebody's position, kind of dictated how much leadership you could invoke, so to speak.
Yeah.
And as women, we're taught to shrink.
Right.
Especially
don't be too big. Don't be too full of yourself. And who do you think you are if you brag? Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All the thing, and it's so funny because I realized I wasn't giving all of me. I was being somebody else and not all of me. I'd have thoughts in my head, knew my materials, but would not necessarily say everything I was thinking. Again, shrinking back and realizing that, what, I wasn't serving them or myself.
No, nobody wins then. Yeah, it's a lose-lose. It's not even a win-lose because nobody's winning. So they didn't get the power and the extent of your brilliance, and you weren't happy either because you weren't putting yourself out there to be heard. So
exactly.
Wow. Yeah.
Trying to be in a safe space, and sometimes it's hard to be yourself when you're not feeling safe.
Yes. And sometimes one of the things that I learned about 3 or 4 years ago that has totally shifted my perspective around safety and security is we create our own safe space. Mm-hmm. Nobody can do that for us. And It's so fascinating when I thought, oh, I guess that's true. So we either can be running around afraid all the time, or we can go, you know what? This is who I am. I'm safe. I know I'm guided and guarded and protected, and I'm good. So good on you. So tell me, one of the things that you walked away with and put into place that did make a change in your world or in your career.
One of the things I walked away with was really speaking my mind. That was the biggest change, and understanding how to communicate. Knowing that communicating for me was more than just the verbal, it was all my nonverbals. Sometimes I had to check those nonverbals.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I was told, fix your face. And I didn't understand it at the time, but later realized that my nonverbals sometimes conflicted with my verbals.
Yes.
But just knowing that about myself and being able to adjust to my audience.
Oh.
But still being me.
Yes.
But the biggest thing was being myself and valuing who I was as a person and as a woman and as a professional. And I have all these ideas and gifts and talents that I can share.
And we need to. Yeah.
And not everyone's going to appreciate it.
Well, and you can't make everybody happy. Remember Mr. Green Jeans, Captain Kangaroo? Mr. Green Jeans was always like, you can't make everybody happy all the time. So, why are we trying?
Can't. And those people that don't get it, it's okay. It's like, okay, you don't get it. And so I'll just keep moving on to the next person that does.
There you go. And there will be somebody that will be so excited to have you at their leadership table, because more and more, the books like Bob Chapman's Everybody Matters and Bob Keegan's The Everyone Culture, we're starting to finally, human resources is getting its seat at the table, because they're realizing they can't complete their missions, the organizations, without their people. So
exactly. Really that's kind of one of my philosophies, that if companies, organizations treat their employees with respect and dignity, then the business is going to thrive.
Yes.
But if you don't, the business, no matter what great ideas you might have, it will not be successful.
So true. So true. So, and I just want to thank you for taking time out of your day to do this for me, because as people are making the decision on whether or not they want to invest in themselves, is there anything else you would like to say to somebody who's on the fence about whether or not to take the Shine series?
I would encourage anyone to look into investing into themselves, because that's the biggest piece. You have to invest into yourself and know that you're worth spending the time, the money, and the commitment to getting to know you better.
Yeah.
Because even though we may be in different stages of our careers, there's so much more to learn, and we uncover. And as we change, we need to figure out who we are now then versus who we were, say, 10, 15 years ago.
And if we are not catching up with ourselves, it's like having, when you've got your computer calendar and your phone calendar and they're not synced up. Ooh, that can be dangerous.
Yes.
So I want to thank you so much. And if I'm going to go ahead and list your name and HR professional on the website. Is that okay when I put this up?
Yes, sounds great.
Okay, and you got to keep me posted because we're celebrating whatever this next new job is for you.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Good
Take
stuff.
good care of yourself, Terry. Thank you for your time today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay,
Talk
peace
to you
out.
soon.
All right, bye.
Bye.